All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go over this problem here. This is a probabilities problem dealing with marbles in a bowl. Okay, so as always, we begin with our rules, procedural and conceptual strategies. So let's read. An experiment conducted using a bowl of marbles. One marble is drawn from the bowl at the time and the result is recorded. Then the marble is returned to its bowl. This experiment is repeated 20 times. The results are shown in the table below. Okay? So out of 20 total times, these are the frequencies that each colored marble was selected. Based on these results, predict the number of times a red, purple, blue, and green will be drawn if the experiment is repeated 100 times. Okay? So we'll circle the R after we read the entire word problem. Now for you, we're going to underline the question, or we're going to underline what the question is asking us to solve, right? So we're going to be asked to predict the number of times a red, purple, blue, and green will be drawn if the experiment is repeated 100 times, okay? So now we've underlined the question, so we'll circle the U. Now we're going to label and annotate by circling all numbers and boxing all keywords, okay? So experiment, okay? This is one of our vocabulary words, okay? One marble is drawn from the bowl at a time, okay? So this is we'll circle this. So one marble is drawn at a time, and the result is recorded. Then the marble is returned, okay? So the marble is returned. So this means that we'll label this as with replacement, meaning that it's going to be replaced before it's the before the procedure is then repeated. Okay, this experiment is repeated 20 times, okay? The results are shown in the table below, all right? So these are all the possible types of marbles that could be drawn. And these are the frequencies, okay? When it's done 20 times, okay? All right, so when it's done 20 times, these are the frequencies. But based on these results, predict, all right, this is another one of our vocabulary words. Predict or assume. Okay, so we can make an assumption based on the previous data. The number of times a red, purple, blue, and green will be drawn if the experiment is repeated 100 times. Okay, so if the experiment is repeated 100 times, the first thing we'll do is we'll go from 20 to 100, okay? So we could divide 100 divided by 20, which equals 5, okay? So what this tells us is we divided 20 into 100, we're going to multiply all of our previous numbers by 5, okay? So we'll do 5 times 8, 5 times 4, 5 times 2, and 5 times 6, okay? 5 times 6 would give us 30, 5 times 2 would give us 10, 5 times 8 would give us 40, and 5 times 4 would give us 20, okay? So this tells us right here. So based on these results, predict the number of times a red, purple, blue, and green. Okay, so these are our colors right here. We've labeled. Okay, so our evaluation process is here. So using butterfly method, okay, it would be 8 over 20 equal to x over 100. Okay, after we do the butterfly method, we're left with 20x equals 800. 800 divided by 20 would be 40. Okay? So we get 40 for red. We do the same thing for purple. Okay, so 40 would be for red, okay? For purple, we would do the same thing. It would be 4 over 20 equals to x over 100. Okay? So 4 times 100 is 400. 400 divided by 20 is 20. So this would be the amount for purple, okay? And so forth using the butterfly method, we would wind up with blue would be 10 and green would be 30. So the amount of times out of 100, so 40 plus 20 is 60, plus 10 plus 30 is 100. It would be 40 red, 20 purple, 10 blue, and 30 green if we ran this experiment 100 times, okay? So we evaluated, and then we solved, all right? So these are the answers right here. I'll circle this with blue, okay? And we did an example here. If we set up red as being 8/20, we'll do the butterfly method here, okay? We got 20x is equal to 800. When you divide both sides by 20, you get 40x, okay? And we would essentially do this for all of them, right? We do it for purple. If we did purple, it would be 4/20, right? And then we did this for blue, okay? For blue, we did 2/20 equals x over 100. 20x equal to 200, and divided both sides by 20, and we wound up getting x is equal to 10, okay, for blue, right? And so that's how we would do it for all of the different colors to get our answer, all right? So these are the answers here. Red is 40, purple is 20, blue is 10, and green would occur 30 times if we did the experiment 100 times. When we add 40 plus 20 plus 10 plus 30, we get, let me draw an arrow down here, we'd get 100 times. Let me add those numbers up. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope this video helps you all solve problems like this in the future.